Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you the goals of the game related to the chapter 10. So the first and the main goal is how to communicate. We learn how to speak fluently, how to have a vivacity, a naturalness and non-verbal communication skills. Moreover, we learn how to share in a groups, how to build a team and how to interact with people. The third and final goal is that we learn how to speak in front of a camera, how to answer questions rapidly, effectively and efficiently.
For the activity that our group are going to be presenting is basically a game show called Password.
It consists of two teams. Each have two players. The word to be conveyed is given to one player of each team. The turn is alternate between the two. The player who was given the password gave a one-word clue from which their partner attempts to guess the password. If the partner failed to guess the password or if an illegal clue was given, like two or more words for any part or form of the password, play passes to the opposing team. The game continued until one of the players guessed the password correctly. Scoring was based on the number of clues given when the password was guessed. If, for example, the player of the first team guessed it on the first try, 6 points was given to that team. If not, the turn goes to the other team, and in case the player guessed it, 5 points were given to the other team. 4 points on the third clue, and so on down to 1 point on the sixth and final clue. In the end of the game, points from each team are calculated, and the team with the higher score wins the game.
This game will challenge the team's ability to understand and communicate with each other, even if the information, or the word in this case, is not very clear. So in order to win, you will need to think critically and act as fast as possible because you'll have a limited number of time to guess the word right. So in order to win, you will need three basic things. The first one is guess right the word and act as fast as possible. And the third and last, tolerate even if you are under a big amount of pressure.
So, I'm gonna play with my teammates this game in order for you to understand better the rules. So I'm gonna give you this, and you're gonna have 30 seconds and one chance to answer it. Okay, let's start. We're gonna start with this team.
The password is
Birds. Just answer randomly.
The first word that came out.
A duck.
Round. We're gonna go for the next team.
Blue.
Sky.
Right.
So now I'm going to start our first game with our two teams. So here are the clues. So this team starts first.
the password is
Ice.
The clue is ice.
Ice. Ice. Cold.
No. So we are now going to go to the other team to give their other clue. Food.
Ice cream.
No. So for 4 points.
Sound. Fridge. Got it right.
So we're going to move on to the second part of the game. The teams will try to guess for the second time the second word. So it's your turn, and I'll give you the word. And
the password is
City.
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 Chair.
Yeah, that's right. Good job. This is the third part of our game, so I'm gonna give the paper to this team and the second team. Good luck. So basically the team goes first.
The password is
Hands. Jeans.
Congratulations.
Okay guys, so this is the fourth part. Okay guys, you can start.
the password is
Hi.
Hi. Greeting.
Okay, it's your turn. Joint. Hash. Yeah, the next try, go ahead. Smoke.
Marijuana.
Okay guys, go ahead. Damsel. Hash. Okay, you can try again.
Snoop Dogg.
Reading.
Great job.
This is the fifth part of the game, and we're about to do the fifth word. So I'm just going to give you guys the clues. And this team starts first.
the password is
Phone. Go.
No, this wrong answer. Next one.
Wedding gown.
Good.
And for the sixth and last part of the game, we'll give our teams the clues. You can start.
the password is
Gift. Ribbon. Santa Claus.
Christmas.
So the winners of this last part are this team, because this team gave 2 words instead of 1 and were disqualified.
So thank you guys for being here, and thanks for both teams for playing with us, and congratulations to our winners.
As we might have seen during this game, communication is very essential in order for the team members to reach their common goals. But let us talk now about the communication process in general. As weird as it might seem, communication can be sometimes a difficult process to follow. A lot of obstacles can interfere in order for them to complicate your message. First, it is very important to know that in order for you to communicate, you should primarily have a clear and understood message. Then consider yourself as the sender. After that, you should have a receiver that will get the information you are trying to give him. Moreover, the communication process contains more of having a sender and a receiver. It includes a channel, which is the way the message is sent. Noises, which are the influences of the message that might affect it positively or negatively. Feedback, which is the response you get from your message. And finally, the context that can vary from one situation to another, seeing that it might be space, cultural values, or even the communication history that already exists between the communicators.
Communication is an important tool that helps the team members collaborate and work together efficiently. So as my teammates explained earlier, in the communication process we find the receiver, the sender, the message, the channel noise, and finally the feedback. So in the game show we presented in this video, the message is the word that both teams need to find in order to have the answer or the password, using only one hint word. As for the sender and the receiver, it differs since we have 2 members in each of the teams. For the channel noise, here it's obviously the human voice. And finally for the feedback. So in our context, the feedback is the player's answer whether it is going to be right or wrong.